Hi everyone, welcome back. Those that are new, welcome. Thank you for all your likes, shares and subscribes. I do appreciate you all. Now, I'm doing a reading today on the Nicola Bulley Inquest. Half of it has come through today on her autopsy. Well, we have a little friend here today that's loving the spotlight, Fluffy. I don't know how I'm going to manage this. He's not leaving me much room at all. Anyway, so it seems that they have found a cut across the bridge of her nose, a black eye, mud on her forehead, and hair, and in her hair. They've also found water and mud in her lungs. They've concluded that it is a accidental drowning, which in one of my readings, that's what the cards said that was going to happen. I myself, my intuition is telling me that I'm not buying it. So I'm going to the angel guides and spirit today to give me clear messages on how Nicola got that cut across the bridge of her nose, a black eye, how she got the mud across her forehead and hair, and the water in her lungs and the mud in her lungs, and whether or not the coroner is accurate. I'm using a runic tarot today, and I will be clarifying with the witch's tarot. So without any further ado, let's get started. How did Nicola get the cut across her nose, the bridge of her nose, and the black eye, please, Spirit? We have the Ten of Wands. The King of Pentacles. And the Tower. How did she end up with the water in her lungs and the mud in her lungs? Now, in my readings, I believed that she was taken by knife point, taken to a different destination, and she was in another different body of water. So, thank you. We have the Empress, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. How accurate is the coroner, please, Spirit? Thank you. We have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Cups. So how she got the black eye and the cut across her nose. Well, there did seem to be a struggle here. A downfall. I don't think... Something unexpected happened, and there was the King of Pentacles, which I will not name names in this. But the King of Pentacles is usually the partner. And something expected happened. See, it's still coming up as movement. They moved her, the Empress. This is her, the Empress. There was movement. There was definitely movement. She did not... accidentally drown here. There were people involved. So we have the Nine of Swords here. In regards to when she got the mud on her forehead and hair and in her hair. I'm feeling like when they took her away, they started worrying about how much attention the community was given the case. And they've pushed her head into a water so hard into the mud that she even swallowed mud. I can just see them pushing her down to drown her, but pushing her so hard. I mean, there may have been some sort of rock. I do believe that she was hit. She was hit because there was a struggle. Somebody heard a scream, they're saying. I do believe she was hit. She was moved. She was taken somewhere else. They started to worry about how much attention the community was giving the case and looking for her. That they've got her by the hair. I can see it. They've got her by the hair. And they're pushing her down into the water, into a shallow, like not, they didn't just toss her in the water. It's from the shore, and it's like they've got her by the hair, and they're just pushing her down under the water so hard that her face was actually going into the mud, and she was smothered by the mud and drowned by the water. Now, there also seems to be a knight involved, which is somebody in their 20s, perhaps 20s, yeah, just early 20s. Or younger than the King of Pentacles. So we have the King of Pentacles here, to do with money, of course, as we always said. The Knight of Cups. It was definitely movement. They moved her. And I told you what I get from the Nine of Swords, how they've pushed her down, pushed her head down into the water to drown her so hard, into the mud. Now, as for the coroner, they have investigated the situation, but they've really only looked at the superficial wounds. Well, I suppose that's their job. And from the superficial wounds, they could say, well, she's fallen, head-butted a rock, knocked herself out and drowned. But I just don't buy it. They just wanted to move all this forward to get the community off their back. Look how worried the community have been. So I will be clarifying with the Witch's Tarot. Please give me clear messages on Nicola Bulley and how she got the cut across her nose and black eye, please, Spirit. Why is this 10 of Wands here, please? 10 of Wands. Why is this 10 of Wands here? We have the Star. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Star, we have the Devil. Now, I believe the Star is what's been exposed here with the cut on her, the bridge of her nose and the black eye. We have the Devil, the Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So there was a hot-tempered person around her at the time. We've got the Devil here. Eight of Swords. She was powerless. It's like they could have kind of bound and gagged her to shut her up. There was a force here to be reckoned with, the devil. Hopelessness. There was definitely, she was not on her own here. I said from the start that these two fishermen, and you know who, were involved in this situation. She was hit. That's how she got it. That's how she's got the black eye, and the cut across her nose. She was hit. And they've grabbed her, taken her away by knife point. Give me more on the King of Pentacles, please, Spirit. I'm just not buying this at all. Give me more on the King of Pentacles. Yep. Ace of Cups, intimate. King of Pentacles, intimate partner. Give me more on the Ace of Cups, please. We have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Wands. I believe that's the two children. But, and again, Page of Cups shows intimacy. And the Page of Wands. There's the two children, the intimacy, and the King of Pentacles. He's definitely had something to do with this. Why is this tower here, please, Spirit? Was she murdered? We have the Six of Wands, King of Cups, which is a partner, and the Six of Pentacles with the two kids. Because her family was falling apart. He wanted his own victory over a victory. Knowledge is power. He knows exactly what's happened to her. It's got a lot of something to do with pride here too. She may have said something to him that he didn't like. Tell me more about the Empress, please, Spirit. Why is the Empress here for Nicola Bulley? And how she got the mud on her forehead and head. Yep, 8 of Cups. She was being followed. They followed her. Hangman. Hanging around her. King of Swords. The one that took the action. She was walking away from her husband, getting a new perspective on life, and yeah, King of Swords. So whoever has pushed her head into the water to drown her was very, very angry, full of rage. King of Swords is my killer. One of them. It was like one was following her and one was hanging around the trees. Why is this Knight of Cups here? Please, Spirit. We have the Four of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands again. Yeah. They wanted to be freed from the burdens of moving her. They must have kept her alive for a bit. Well, they obviously kept her alive until they got her to where they were taking her. But it all become too much for them. So they've pushed her down. They've pushed her down. Putting her down into the water. Ten of Wands means putting down all the burdens. Putting her down. They had to have an effect here. They weren't just going to let her go. They'd taken her, now they had to finish her off. Give me more on the Nine of Swords, please. And how she got the mud on her forehead and in her hair and in her lungs. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands with the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords, they started worrying. They really started panicking about what they were going to do. They just needed to wait for the order and communication to get the order to finish her off. Look, communication, and then there's the river there. Is this when they were told to move her back to the river? So they seem to have drowned her somewhere else. And to them, it seemed like there was communication to put her into the river. Put her back into the river. Because that's where they were looking. They wanted her body to be found. Ace of Pentacles. Money. They were paid to do this. I don't know whether or not she had a life insurance policy, but this may be why he's coming up as the King of Pentacles as well. Now give me more information on the coroner's report, please. Well, on the coroner's accuracy, I should say. Page of Swords. Why is this Page of Swords here? Too many. Give me more on the Page of Swords, please, Spirit. Okay, we have the Fool. Now that's falling. See, they believe that she fell in. The Nine of Swords. The Knight of Swords, movement, and the Tower, a downfall. See, they believe that she's fallen in, she's killed herself, drowned, knocked herself out. She moved down the river, and another falling, downfall. I believe that that may be the second downfall of her going over the weir. This is what they have come up with. And I'm not buying it. Give me more on the Knight of Wands, please, Spirit. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Them moving the inquest forward, assessing the situation. Now we have the Ace of Swords here. So they were searching for the truth and wanted justice. But there's somebody here that knows something that's not talking about it. The High Priestess. About how she died. There's something they're holding back. The Coroner. They're holding back something about the truth. Or what they may believe happened. They've put it aside. Wondering whether there's enough evidence to prove what they believe happened. They don't believe that there was enough to prove that there was foul play. But there's something that they're not saying. Someone's holding back something for them to come to that conclusion. Could I have more on the Three of Cups, please, Spirit? Okay, so we have two women here. Queen of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. And the Six of Swords. Now, as you know, we also had the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So it could actually be somebody that's linked to Paul. Oh, I wasn't going to say his name. Somebody linked to her partner that was also in it for the money. Now this is recovery, recovering her body for the community. I believe the community also believed that two women were involved as well. But nothing's going to be done about that. They're moving on. They're just moving forward with it. They've decided that it was an accident, and that's that. And anything else that may have happened in the background, they don't have enough proof. So they're moving on. They want the community to move on. They want it all done and dusted. But I do believe that there's an unconscious awareness here and the potential. They believe that there could have been a potential that there was foul play. But the police can't prove that. And because she only had what I would call probably a broken nose or a cut across the nose of her bridge with a black eye, that's not enough to show foul play. Now tomorrow, apparently, Paul and her sister are going to the inquest, or it's their turn to speak. So that will be interesting, and I will be doing an energy reading on that too to see if they're being honest. Now, this reading isn't meant to offend anybody. I just want the truth out for Nicola. It doesn't look like it's going to come out, unfortunately. But I'm trying to speak for somebody that can't speak, and that's Nicola. May she rest in peace. Love and light.